Following our visit to London's East End, in complete contrast, we've taken the tube to Green Park in the West End, which is the most popular portal to visit Royal London.
Now, if you've just been to Buckingham Palace and you're wondering where to go next, how about this little jaunt to see some curiosities down some very exclusive streets between St James's and Piccadilly?
St James's Street leads directly to St James's Palace, which was commissioned by Henry VIII and finished in 1536 with a distinctive red brick Tudor style. Through the centuries, it's been the location for some of the most important events in the royal family's history, and is still the official residence of our sovereign. St James's Palace continues to remain a major part of royal life, with its sumptuous apartments involved with state visits, ceremonial and formal occasions. With much royalty, embassies and members' clubs on the doorstep, it's no surprise that there are some prestigious suppliers in St James's Street. Some of these shops are so old they were built on the site of King Henry VIII's tennis courts. At number 3 is Berry Brothers and Rudd, Britain's oldest wine and spirit merchant, still trading from the same shop since 1698. They hold a wine school with exclusive fine wine and dining here, and are honoured to hold 2 royal warrants for Her Majesty the Queen and His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales. With over 5,000 wines for sale, their historic cellars extend for some distance beneath and behind the shop. Curiosity gets the better of me. I have to go down here. The passage opens into the smallest public square in London, Pickering Place. It's named after William Pickering, an early in-law and shop owner of the wine merchant family. As well as being the backyard of Berry Brothers and Rudd, this square was once notorious for its alleged gambling dens, bear baiting and duels. But number 3, St James's Street, has another tale to tell.
Between 1842 and 1845, it housed perhaps its most unusual tenant, because the upper story of the wine merchant became briefly the home of the Embassy of the Republic of Texas.
This short-lived diplomatic outpost was closed when Texas reluctantly became one of the United States of America. The establishment left without paying its final rental installment. But an honest representative returned in 1986 to repay the debt 140 years overdue. Trading a few doors down this prestigious street is Lock & Company, established in 1676, even earlier than its neighbour. James and Mary Lock, with their 4 children, set up their shop here, which has become the oldest hatters in the world today. Lords and leaders made Lock their hatter of choice, and 340 years on, there's been a long line of prominent patrons. Admiral Lord Nelson, Beau Brummell, Theodore Roosevelt, Winston Churchill and Charlie Chaplin, to name just a few. The shop at number 9 is a mere youngster. Trading here for just 160 years, the John Lobb establishment still offers customers the freedom to create their own unique pair of handmade shoes or boots. Using traditional carved wooden lasts, the footwear is specifically made to their personal style. My modestly priced trainers take me to our next port of call along King Street. Christie's, the world-famous auctioneers who've been based here since 1823. Not everyone knows that this famous institution can be visited on weekdays for viewings, and they often have prestige and museum-quality pieces on display before auction day. St James's is often referred to as Clubland and has the highest concentration of long-established and exclusive members' clubs in London. Few of them have their names on the door, and with their shutters drawn, they remain almost invisible to passers-by. A notorious member of these clubs has been immortalised in bronze down fashionable Jermyn Street.
Now this is a wonderful statue of Beau Brummell, perhaps the first great dandy, and he was a close friend of the Prince Regent. He set the dress code for the day, and his connections with court, exclusive clubs and tailoring embody the spirit of St James's, past and present.
In the 18th and 19th centuries, his keen sense of fashion, insisting on precision tailoring and an immaculately tied cravat, made him a very influential figure in London. A witty character, he was known for his sayings. To be truly elegant, one should not be noticed. And, if people turn to look at you on the street, you are not well dressed, but either too stiff, too tight, or too fashionable. Strategically posed at the entrance to the Piccadilly Arcade, Beau Brummell checks out today's high-priced male fashion. Dave and I have arrived in Piccadilly, which contains many more prestige shops. While I suggest we admire the ladies' fashion in Burlington Arcade across the road, Dave has already decided it's time to catch the tube to another interesting part of London. Nobody turns to look at us as we go.